So this story I got for y'all is just fun all around. Everybody involved in this story is really annoying, and I dislike them. Okay, so in Mediaite, Marjorie Taylor Greene goes after Tulsi Gabbard for utterly dismantling George Santos on Fox News. Quote, she gave him zero grace. Okay, so let me break this down a little bit for you. You guys know Marjorie Taylor Greene, far-right congressperson, one of the dumbest in Congress. George Santos is, of course, the Republican who just won in upstate New York. News came out he lied about basically everything. He lied about his work history. He lied about his mom dying on 9/11. He lied about being half black. And those are just like the recent ones. He lied about literally everything. Where he lived, how much money he made. Like, this guy is a pathological liar. Honestly, worse liar than Trump. Worse liar than the worst liar you can think of. Okay, so he won his election, and now it's like, what's going to happen from here? He finally admitted, like, yeah, I lied about some stuff, but not all stuff. No, bitch, you lied about all stuff. He said, oh, I was gay. Turns out he was married to a woman until like a few years ago. Like, everything, lie. And you all know Tulsi Gabbard. Tulsi Gabbard was a Democrat, ran for president in 2020. She was more aligned with the Bernie Sanders wing of the party, but then over time she's done this radical shift where she basically has flipped on almost every issue she believes in, and now she's filling in for Tucker Carlson and talking about the scourge of transness and talking about how Build Back Better spent too much money and we got to keep the government small. So anyway, these are all the players involved. I'm sure you guys know that. I just wanted to run you through it. Okay, here's what it says in Mediaite. After Tulsi Gabbard's stunning destruction of Congressman-elect George Santos in a remarkable Fox News interview, the New York Republican did emerge with one key backer in the House GOP. In a series of tweets late Tuesday, Representative Marjorie Taylor Greene went after Gabbard for showing no mercy in taking apart Santos over his heavily falsified resume. Gabbard, filling in for Tucker Carlson on Fox News, destroyed Santos over the course of an 8-minute interview. Quote, so this is what Tulsi said, and sorry about the plane there. The thing is, Congressman-elect, integrity means, yes, carrying yourself with honor, Gabbard told Santos, but it means telling the truth, being a person of integrity. And if I were one of those in New York's 3rd District right now that the election is over, and finding out all of these lies that you've told, not just one little lie or one little embellishment, these are blatant lies, my question is, do you have no shame? Do you have no shame? Okay, so why is Tulsi doing this? There's a number of reasons why she would do this. Number one, you want to maintain some semblance of credibility, right? And when you have like the world's clearest liar, it's an easy thing to be like, okay, yeah, I'm against clearly, blatantly, brazenly lying. The other thing is it makes you appear, more centrist, right? Like, no, man, I go after both sides. I don't know what you guys are talking about. I'm not even right wing. I go after both sides. So I went after this George Santos guy. Okay. Also, she was filling in for Tucker, need some content, made some headlines doing this. Okay. So she did it. Is Tulsi correct on the substance of this one? Absolutely. Everybody knows that. Greene, however, believes Gabbard was way too hard on the New York Republican. I'm going to get to why in a little bit, but bear with me here. Quote, this is from Marjorie Taylor Greene. Tulsi Gabbard, who says she is a former Democrat, gave Representative-elect George Santos zero grace, while George is admitting and apologizing for lying about his resume, just like her former colleagues are giving George zero grace and even demanding he resign. In subsequent tweets, she added, I don't think a former Democrat whose actions on the House floor as recent as 2020 gave her an A from Planned Parenthood, an F from the NRA, and introduced a climate agenda signature piece of legislation called the OFF Act, designed to end all fossil fuels, the same as AOC's Green New Deal, should lecture a newly elected Republican member of Congress on how he should vote to represent his Republican district. Okay, that's glorious. I love how, to go after Tulsi, she's bringing up things from back when Tulsi was based. Like, bro, remember when you believed good things? That was fucked up. And I love how Marjorie Taylor Greene, she's not even trying to hide like I'm just a rank tribalist. I don't care about truth telling. I care about the teams. I'm on this team. So fuck you for calling out my guy, even though everybody admits my guy is a charlatan, con man, fraud, piece of shit. Okay, so let me give you some more from this. It was a very long tweet thread that she did. We're not going to go through all the tweets, but you guys get the gist of it. Also, by the way, side point. I love how Tulsi's going after this guy. Like, bro, you lied about fucking everything, bro. Like, what's wrong with you? But, like, one of the main criticisms of Tulsi is that you flipped on almost every issue. So, you weren't really telling the truth either. I guess you can say it's possible that she had a genuine transition from one ideology to a, totally different ideology. But, man, in my experience, that's very rare. As people get older, when you're my age, her age, when you're, we're not exactly fucking teenagers, we're in our 20s, right? you change your mind on a number of things. That's called growing. You could change your mind on 2, 3, 4 things, right? Maybe even 5. But on every single fucking issue, it's like, well, were you lying then, Tulsi, or are you lying now? And so it's just kind of funny that she's going after this guy like, bro, you lie. Should do it more gracefully and over an extended period of time like I did. Okay, anyway. In backing Santos, Greene is defending a potentially crucial vote to help Representative Kevin McCarthy win as House Speaker. Here we go. This is what it's really about. McCarthy can only afford 4 Republican defections, with the GOP holding a slender majority in the chamber, and with hardliners like Representative Matt Gaetz and others insisting they won't back McCarthy, Santos's vote could loom large. Greene has emerged as a key McCarthy backer in recent weeks. Reportedly, McCarthy plans to restore Greene's committee assignments and give her more high-profile positions should he become Speaker. So, there you have it. So Marjorie Taylor Greene has been getting attacked like, oh, you're a rhino, or you're not MAGA enough, because she's supporting McCarthy, and there are others who are not supporting McCarthy. And so, like, not only is there a civil war in the GOP, there's a civil war within factions of the GOP. So, like, the MAGA, most insane people, now they're fighting amongst themselves, too. Some people don't want McCarthy to be Speaker. Some people want Steve Scalise to be Speaker. Some people, they were floating Mike Lindell for a while. Could you imagine that? Mike Lindell? I would love to see that just for the lulz. That would be hilarious if we saw that. But, yeah, there are no winners in this story. There are no winners. Tulsi was right to go after him, but it's like literally the lowest bar of all time to clear. And then, of course, she has questions about her past. And probably the biggest loser, apart from George Santos, because, again, he's getting publicly shamed for being, like, the world's worst liar. It's just, like, undressed in front of the world, right? Is Marjorie Taylor Greene. Because the admission that's embedded here of, like, I literally don't care. Like, is there anything where they would draw the line and say, you know what, we can't do this. I can't be for this person. Even if they are a Republican, even if they are a MAGA type, I can't. Like, fuck. Are there no standards? If somebody was a serial killer, if George Santos was a serial killer, would Marjorie Taylor Greene be like, hey man, you gotta get McCarthy in as Speaker. What are you gonna do? Like, hey, why are you going after my guy? He's on Team Red. What's your problem? I don't know, but politics is gross, and it's dirty, and we try to make sense of it, and sometimes it's difficult because, again, when you cover stories like this, there are no good people. They're just like different shades of obnoxious and bad.